What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Leo, and welcome to the bird section. Oh, whole lot to talk about. Shout out to Hey Dr. Jen, what's going on? Shout out to CZ is in the building. Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe. Hit the like button for me. Hook me up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the first two in here. Hook me up. To all my channel members that's here, you know what I'm saying? Or if you coming in, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, get up in here. I'm gonna give y'all some time. So let things get the rolling and everything like that. You know, because we got some shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing is it ain't bad. You know, like others will have you think. You know what I'm saying? But that's no here, no there. You know what I'm saying? Again, it is what it is. We got things that's happening with the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, major signings, you know, things that are happening with our team, players who were free agents, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, I want to give some folks some time to get in here so that, you know, we can actually, you know, really go over this. And listen, all my channel members, the link is in the community tab. So just go ahead and hit the link. Come on in. We got lots to share. Excuse me. We got lots to share. Okay. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know, okay, so let me do this real quick. Let me pull up this, let me pull up all this, let me pull up this information so that we can, you know, so I'll be coming from a place of, you know, facts and stuff like that, you know, where we at, who went where, what, you know what I'm saying? I want to know how y'all feeling about the way things are moving out. And listen, let me say this, because shout out to my man Tribe Called Quest, you know what I'm saying? He sent me an email today, and I'm going to read this email he sent me because I thought it was very well, you know, written. I understood exactly from what place he was coming from when he was saying the things that he was saying, you know. And he made, you know, Tribe Called Quest made some real, you know, he made a few valid points, you know. He thought that maybe he might have been just rambling. I was like, hell no. Hell no. And he wasn't, it's not like he was talking shit either. It was just he was hitting on some stuff that was, you know, relevant. Oh, here we go. So here we go. All right. Because I wrote back to him too. So I want to pull that up. I got that on deck. And then right here. Okay, so put it in the comments, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about, you know, free agency. You know, what y'all, you know, what are your thoughts on that? How the Eagles are moving, how the rest of the division is moving. You know, like what do y'all see? Shout out to Texas boys in the house. What up, big dog? How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Warren McKee. Matter of fact, let me I'm man, listen. Hey y'all, I was so like I had to and I'm sorry for being late because normally we start at 9 o'clock, but I had so much going on here at home that I didn't have a chance to I just walked in the house. So and you know, I gotta make sure I take care of the fam first. You know what I'm saying? And then hop in if we can. There we go. All right. I just sent Sean Smith. What's up, big dog? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. So I got this stuff here. So let's go down the timeline. Let's get things going. Let's talk about it. Okay. So on March 2nd, the Eagles re-signed former practice squad defensive lineman Taquan Graham. On the 7th of March, we agreed to a 3-year extension with Jordan Davis. On March 9th, we signed cornerback Michael Carter II. We on March 10th, we ended up signing Tariq Woolen, you know, from the Seattle Seahawks. Then on March 10th, we signed tight ends Grant Calcaterra and Johnny Munt, got them, secured on the tight end position. Then we went and signed a new punter, Brandon Mann, and then we got DB Jonathan Jones, and then that was on the 12th, and then also on the 12th, this was a good pick too. We got an edge rusher, Arnold Abidike, and then on the 15th, we secured Dallas Goedert. You know what I'm saying? And then today, we messed around and signed Hollywood Brown, wide receiver. Okay. Now, and herein lies, let me read y'all what the Bird Section elder Tribe Called Quest wrote me. You know what I'm saying? He said, Leo, I love this pick for wide receiver 3. This kid is fast, and in my opinion, compliments AJ Smitty, not to mention Goddard is back, and we haven't even begun to draft. I'm really feeling where Ski Mask Howie is coming from. I predict big numbers for Jalen and Barkley, no matter how AJ doesn't want to stay. If I were him, I keep focusing on realistic Super Bowl window and go with another ring and nice bag on good terms. Just thinking out loud to my family, you know what I'm saying, the entire Bird Section. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, and I love that, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tribe. Thank you so much for writing me, sending me that email. That was awesome. I appreciate you, I appreciate your thoughts and sharing them with me, because I actually agree with pretty much everything you said here. There's a whole lot here that we have to unravel. Like, first of all, some of the things that we're learning about, what our offense is going to look like in the Sean Mannion, Coach Grizzard type of offense. First of all, with our new coaching additions on the offense, I do see a lot of redundancy in terms of having coordinators, because we have I think we have one new offensive coordinator and 2 former coordinators. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people who will be working with who will be working with Jalen, and I think he's probably excited about it. So that's what it sounds like to me. Shout out to Tiffany Simpson in the building. Ewing 609. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Ewing 609. Do we know each other? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Art McQueen is in the building. What up, big dog?
How you doing, Leo?
Hey, I'm excited. That's what I am. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah, ready to talk this whole thing with what was happening in free agency thus far with our squad. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Tiffany Simpson. She said, "Good evening, Leo and chat. Go Birds. It's Howie Tremaine Roseman season."
Go Birds.
Go Birds, y'all. Sean Smith said, "I think with AJ and Hollywood would be a great duo." I agree. Eagles keep AJ Brown. Yeah, little G, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but I've been here a lot. Oh, okay, Ewing. All right, okay, that's what's up. And we got the same picture too. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I have a doctor's appointment on the 27th. Okay, man, holding you up in prayer, man. I hope everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the brass tacks of things, man. Art, what do you think about what the latest happenings with the Birds, man?
Man, I like bringing back Goddard. He showed how much he wants to play here. He took a pay cut from last year and had a career year, man. That shows you right there all you need to know.
Yeah.
And then picked up Hollywood today. I love that guy. I've been watching him since he was with the Cardinals. I like him.
And then he went to Baltimore, right? Didn't Baltimore draft him?
I don't know about if they drafted him, maybe, but I think he had a stint with Baltimore.
Or did he get traded to Baltimore?
That might have been Hopkins, no?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that was Hopkins.
Yeah, and Hollywood, because Hollywood came here from
the Chiefs.
Yeah,
he had 600 yards last year without Mahomes. So I mean,
yeah, exactly right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think what Hollywood will be able to do for this offense is he'll be able to stretch the field in terms of giving us a vertical threat.
Speed.
Yeah, a genuine vertical threat. Which is, in years past, that was something that Quez Watkins would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tiffany Simpson said, yeah, Hollywood did play for the Ravens. Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I knew. All right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about, AJ and his physicality, you know what I'm saying, and Smitty with his route running, now you got a bona fide vertical threat, and then you got Dallas Goedert, you know what I'm saying? And understand something. Our offense is going to be a 2 tight end set offense too. You know what I'm saying? So again, these are things, and listen, y'all, while you are here, please hook your boy up. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the like button for your mans in them. You know what I'm saying? We got to get I'm saying this to you because we got to get the algorithm, you know what I'm saying, to reflect like what all is going on here. So that's why I'm asking y'all. So please help me out. You know what I mean? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all comment, you know what I'm saying? And this is the like button is like my tip jar, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's see. Okay, yeah, I remember you telling us that, Little G Griffith. Yeah, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany Simpson is Hollywood was who gave the Chiefs the first points in the Super Bowl. Really? Okay. Bruce Banner, AJ is gone though. Listen, Bruce, if he goes, okay. If he doesn't, okay. You know what I'm saying? We're in the driver's seat at this point. Now, if I'm AJ, I'm looking at this offense and I'm going, man, they bringing the band back together. Plus they adding a few. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that I will say, Bruce, is that, like, regardless of whether he is here or if he's going, because the price for him to go, you know what I'm saying, is the hookup for the draft, right, Art? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So either way, we in good shape. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, it's not like it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, please smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Philly old head is in the building. What up, big dog? What's up, champ? You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown is not being traded. I don't think so either at this point. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think so.
It just costs too damn much. That's just what it comes down to.
And you know what, Tiffany? She just nailed that right there. She said, AJ hasn't said a word. It's the media pushing the narrative. And I'm thinking the same thing. Art and Tiffany, I had a conversation today, going back and forth with Philly 500. You know what I'm saying? And me and him was talking, and, and I kept saying to him, like, where's all this coming from? Who is saying this stuff? Because I live here in Market, and I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. He's not saying anything. Like, where is this coming from? And he's a diva. He's this. Caitlin 1989 said, Leo, the implode is coming. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, it is coming. Shout out to my man Tribe Called Quest is in the building with the $20 super chat. He says, salute Leo and to the entire Bird Section family. Famous chat. Salute Ski Mask Howie is working. Bro, I literally just read your email. Your email kicked this whole damn thing off, and we've been building on it since. I think everything you said was right on point. It actually helped. It actually, and it was, and the way you presented it all, like what the benefit is. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? If AJ is looking at this, he probably like, you know what, man, I might fuck around and end up, like, hey, I might end up going on, because this is last year and guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? And so, but he's still sold up until what, 29 or something like that? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, you know what I'm saying, if AJ might be looking at this going, hey, I might, to Tribe Called Quest's point, he might mess around and be like, I could get me a ring and get out of here on good terms and get a new bag and have 2 rings. Shit.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Tribe Called Quest, for kicking this off. And listen, by all means, continue to email me. Continue to, dump all that, all that knowledge, them gems you was dropping in the emails and stuff like that. Continue to do that because you're on to something. So it's not like you're just spitting a whole bunch of stuff. You're actually on to something. And I think at this point, we have to just hurry up and wait. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's going to play itself out just like how you're predicting. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood is Jahan Dotson's replacement. Yes, he is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pete Samuels is in the building. He says, what up, Leo? I like the Hollywood Brown move. Solid number 3 option. The only people that don't like this pick is our ops and 94 WIP. Even the AJ rumors are bogus as far as I'm concerned. Exactly. And like I am not excusing, or I'm not trying to say that AJ did not take off, like he did not show. There were some plays where he didn't show effort. Got you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Got you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to say that, he wasn't on Janky Randall, and in my opinion, made an off-the-cuff remark. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't think much of it. I just thought, to me, it was just two friends playing a video game, talking to each other, and he was just speaking his mind. You know what I'm saying? Just talking. You know what I'm saying?
You know how you shoot the shit with your homeboy.
And
you know
what
I mean? It's always extended, exaggerated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. He was shooting the shit with his friend. You know what I'm saying? And they was just talking. But people took that shit and ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you turn around and you see, and then you turn around and you see the local media just, like, first of all, they talk the biggest shit about Jalen Hurts. Nobody in the local media likes Jalen Hurts, and I don't know why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then they do the same thing. They start tearing down AJ Brown. You know what I'm saying? And my point in bringing all this up, Art, is that I've been saying, and I told this to Philly 500, me and him was talking about it. I said, I asked people, like, okay, I'm not excusing any of those things that he himself has done. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't say that some of this isn't self-inflicted. But the level of vitriol that this man, it don't match. You know what I'm saying? It do not
run
match.
Away with it. They've run away with it.
Yeah. And I'm like, how did y'all arrive here? I'm looking at, like, and he's a diva and he's that. And then I saw Dan Salio, okay? And he's talking, he's like, he's a head case, he's this, he's that, blah, 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 blah. And then Art, he fucking said it. He was like, T.O. was a head case. I was like, oh shit, here we go. See?
Oh yeah.
That's it. I said it. I've been saying it for the longest. People are still suffering from PTSD over T.O. And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? We keep seeing it over and over again. So there you go. Tiffany said, Leo, you have to look up the future contract guys. That's a lot of death for our team too. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because here's the thing. Art, we up here talking about Hollywood and all this other shit. We ain't say shit about Darius Cooper.
Yeah.
We ain't say nothing about Johnny Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like what this signing does, and God, I hope they keep him. You know what I'm saying? God, I hope they keep him. Howie is working, Tribe Called Quest. Yes, he is, Pete. Yes, he is. Totally agree. There's a trade rumor an AJ trade rumor every year. Yes, it sure is. You ain't never lied. Don't matter who you get in wide receiver, you don't got a QB. Oh, Catlin. You know what I'm saying? Tempestuous hearts, boy. P. Sanders says he agrees. You know what I'm saying? Every year since AJ Brown been here, they've been talking about he's being traded. Yes, and that's true. Shout out to Blessed by God is in the building. What's up, mama? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? The hate for Jalen is beyond football. Yes, it is. I mean,
it's personal. Yeah, it's angry, it's vicious.
all that stuff. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? What is this? Where's this all coming from? You know what I'm saying? And listen, y'all, we got 40-something people in the building. Please hit the like button. Hook me up. If I got 40-something people in here, I should have at least 40-something likes, you know what I'm saying, to match what I got in here. So, you know, Blessed by God says, oh, no more AJ. I'm so overwhelmed with AJ nonsense, in my opinion. In my opinion, the media has given the situation life, and AJ played a part. You know what I'm saying? But not to this, not to get this kind of vitriol. And that's what I keep saying. P. Samuel says, what's going to be crazy is when AJ is lined up across from Smitty in game 1. Go Birds. We can't listen to nothing Cilio says. Pure hater of the Eagles. Leo, why is Cilio covering the Eagles? Because it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It makes for good content, I guess, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's one of those ones that I continue to say he does a lot of dog whistling. You know what I'm saying? Rage baiting and all that stuff. And just, you know, like he's seriously into character assassination as well, which is why I like how, you know, Joe Theismann read him the riot act, you know, and dug in his ass. So, you know what I'm saying? I get it. No, Big Sil slander will be tolerated. Bruce Banner, you might need a joint, bro. For real. You might be the joint. Are you secretly jealous of Jalen Hurts? Because the way you be talking, it sounds like straight up jealousy. Did he steal your girlfriend or something? Like, this is getting to the point where that's where I'm thinking that. You know what I'm saying? It looks like you're just jealous of him now at this point. So which is it? You know what I'm saying? Tell me. You know what I'm saying? I inspiring minds and inquiring minds want to know. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin says, you guys drafting the QB. Caitlin, we draft the QB every year. That ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That ain't nothing new. If that was meant to be like a controversial statement, nah, drafting the QB or signing the QB is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Art, Bruce Banner said, I don't hate Hurts.
Shit. You don't be commenting like you don't.
Exactly. You hate him, and we all see it. But I'm not going to try to convince you. That's not my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not obligated to do that. Tiffany says, Cilio is a straight-up clown. He sure is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just want better QB play. Once again, you know what I'm saying? You don't like him. You hate him. Cilio's a hater. That's just facts, Banner. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, but, you know, when I, like, again, and Art, we like 40-something million. We were like 40 million under the cap now.
Oh, we're in good shape.
Apples? What do you think about that?
Man, and it's funny, too, because that it came up from, 12 million to 35 plus now, 40 million in cap space. With what? Goddard move, Davis move.
Yep.
Just how we called it. Remember, we were like, hey, couple moves here and there, and we're in the 30s. And really, he can extend it from here on if he wants to. Jalen Hurts extension. I know that can even give us more.
Yep.
And I know there's a couple, you know, I'm sure I can't think of any off the top of my mind, but I'm sure there's a couple other players out there that, you know, you figure out something here and there with them. You can even get, you know, 50 plus. So it's all up to Howie what he wants to do. And remember, you can always roll it to next year and just go insane next year.
Well, that's going to be that's the one, like, next year's draft is the one that everyone is actually trying to load up for, too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Theo is in the building. What up, Theo? What's good,
What's up, brother?
What's good, fellas?
Same
all
shit,
good, man.
But you know, we all woke up this morning, so let's put things in its proper perspective, right?
Yep.
The older I get, the more I realize, like, wow, that really has meaning to it. That you're actually happy to wake up. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, thank God.
Oh,
you know
bruh. Listen, my grandfather used to say things to me that when I was a teenager, you know, I'd be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now I'm like, shit, he wasn't wrong.
Absolutely.
He was not lying. My grandfather used to be like, it's one thing to shit on me. It's another thing to piss on me and swear I'm sweating. Like, wait,
right.
You know what I'm saying? But my grandfather was like real old school. You know what I'm saying? He fought in World War II and everything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? CZ said, Leo, Sills covers us because he says we are one of the greatest fan bases there is. I'm not surprised. I'm so not surprised. Right. Tiffany Simpson said, 40 million in cap space and 9 draft picks. Yeah. I don't know if we got 9 anymore. I think we had 7, right?
I think, yeah. Because didn't you trade for Hollywood Brown today?
No, he was a free agent signing.
Oh, he was a free agent?
Yeah. But it was for it was the I think it was the Abita K signing and Tariq Woolen. You know what I'm saying? They counted against our compensatory formula. Tiffany said those old folks saying yes, Tiffany, yes. Cilio has the job because of Xander Kraus, who started Jacob Sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's going to be
actually
alive.
His dad started it.
Hollywood Hogan forever. Eagles actually don't have any cap space. 1 year Timu deals. Oh,
what?
Okay. That's Hollywood Hogan forever. You know, I sometimes I wish people would just do the research before you make the comment. How about Tiffany Simpson? How about a hard head makes a soft ass? Like what? Yup, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. Caitlin, the Cowboys ain't do shit in free agency, but sign mid free agents. Yeah, I mean, you know that's something that we can go over too. Tiffany said, "No, Leo, we do have 9. Okay, so we still at 9. Oh, okay. Eagles have 40 million in cap space, so that's a lie. Yeah,
7 or 9 draft picks. You still have Howie Roseman. There's not much.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't know if it's exactly 40 million, but it's right there.
It's up there. Look, it's not. You're not dying,
right? You know what I'm saying? We're not like on the edge. You see what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest with you, if you look at what the Arlington has done, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to have like $100 and something million, and they like got like what 20, I think.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
20, I believe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What happened to the money?
Yeah. The Lions just, freed up a shit ton of cap space, so I don't give a fuck. Because I restructured my quarterback appropriately.
Yes, and that created how much in cap space for y'all?
32 mil.
Oh,
wow.
Shit,
you think we could clear something like that with Hurts? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if we sign him to another extension, yeah. And can you believe that there are people who are pushing the narrative that before we sign Jalen to another contract extension, he needs to have a prove it year? Right. Or prove what?
Yeah. I ain't none to prove, man.
My humble opinion, he needs a consistency year, not a prove it year. He needs to see the same people twice. Is all I'm saying. He has the ability, but just let him be consistent, please.
Here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Ask somebody, name a quarterback who has done what he's done here's what's consistent. He's had a different offensive coordinator damn near every year he's been in the league.
I can think
he's not out here doing this with Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur. He's out here doing this with guys that everybody was throwing him away.
Yeah,
Kellen Moore. All these guys were, you're not going to do nothing with these guys. And Hurts took them.
They were
he said, just give me something consistent where it's not completely trash and I can do something with it.
Yeah, Tiffany Simpson said, Howie is not drafting 9 players. I don't think so either.
No.
You're absolutely right, Tiffany. I think he's going to package some of that shit up and move around. You know what I'm saying? Draft that type of draft capital is dangerous with a GM like Howie Roseman. All these Philly Oldhead said, all these haters want is to trade AJ to weaken our team because they know with AJ we are a Super Bowl contender. I agree with that.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, Callie, worry about your bum-ass quarterback, Dookie Prescott. Exactly. Consistent turnovers, missed passes. Okay, Catlin, you know what I'm saying? 40 people watching, hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, y'all, the World Baseball Classic is going on. The finals.
US,
Venezuela.
USA.
Yeah, us versus Venezuela. We're down 2.
What inning?
Bottom of the
7th. Okay, guys. All right, USA, pull it together now. Come on now, for real. And we're losing to Venezuela.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly something.
Yeah. Go Venezuela. Tiffany Simpson said Howie moves in silence. Like, you don't hear about the moves. He's making most of it. Most of it is false. You know what? So me and Warren from the Eagles Collective podcast, and shout out to the Eagles Collective podcast. Linda Conyers is in the building. What's good, mama? We up here talking the things that are happening with the team. So glad you are here. So glad you are here. Tribe Called Quest got us all started off with this with this his email, you know what I'm saying, letting us know like what his thoughts were. And I think he nailed it, you know, point by point in terms of what he thought about the Jahan Dotson signing. So Linda, let me know in the chat what you think about the Jahan Dotson. I mean, God damn it. Listen to me. That's Jahan Dotson. I meant Hollywood Brown. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, but let me know, you know, Linda, give us your assessment, you know what I'm saying, on the Hollywood Brown signing. You know what I'm saying? Like, where we at right now, especially, and the Dallas Goedert, you know, getting him locked down too. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, you know, Dallas Goedert's only going to count like what, $7 million against the cap, if that much.
I was just about to say that $7 million. That's what they got him for. That's robbery.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's robbery.
Tiffany said, did anybody hear about Hollywood Brown being signed to the Eagles? No, that's my point exactly. No one connected Hollywood Brown to us. You're absolutely right, Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
No one's, and that's the thing about Howie. He moves like a silent G in lasagna. You know what I'm saying? You know, like we've been saying, like I was saying, you know, like when I was talking with Warren, me and him was like, we was like, it's going to be something that no one saw coming because no one heard it. And I said it was going to be Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Catlin said we picking up the scraps. Oh, okay. That's what y'all doing in Arlington? Got it. Linda Conyers said it is exactly $40,067,170.00 for cap space per October 2 victory. Very reliable source, Leo. And you know what, Linda? Hence why I'm not going to OTR victory correction. Okay. I'm not going to argue that. Thank you for the correction. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Art, now we're talking Howie with picks and money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And we've addressed, you know, some positions that we can actually move differently in terms of how we actually are going to draft. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be some position. I think O-line, you know, I do think we're going to end up drafting another tight end. You know what I'm saying? Then again, we may not, you know, I don't know. We probably will. You see what I'm saying? But to say, you know, we didn't have to fill as many holes as Arlington has to. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Linda, my guy Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Linda Kanye says, got to give Jimmy his props. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, once again, y'all, you know, and then look, I think the one that's going to be the surprise for everybody is Arnold Abidike. You know what I'm saying? The defensive end we got from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think he's going to eat real good in this Vic Fangio defense. You know what I'm saying? Sort of kind of like how Jalen Phillips did. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany said Jimmy definitely knows his stuff. Not many people listen or watch him, but he knows what he's talking about. I got you, Tiffany. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Catlin, you talking about picking up the scraps. What do you think Rashawn Gary is? Scrap? Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. J2215 Hood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Low Eagle is in the building. What's going on, Leo, Art, Theo? I know we have, but I was thinking if he still has that speed, will we see if he can do punt returns or kick returns? Yeah,
he does that.
I was gonna say, yeah, he does do that. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah, he was wide receiver 3 for Kansas City.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was he was wide receiver 3.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because who they got over there? Hopkins, right? They got DeAndre Hopkins and that rookie cat. Well, he's not a rookie no more.
The speedster.
Speedster, man. I think he's got the fastest 40 time.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice.
No,
not Rashee Rice. Xavier Worthy.
Yes.
Xavier Worthy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Better than anyone you got. Yeah. Okay, Catlin. Tell yourself that, man. We're not going to try to change your mind. Thank you, Function. Yeah, folks, hit the like button. Help me out with that, man. It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? CZ shouting out you, Theo. You know, yeah, he wasn't their number one. You talking about Rice. No, Low Eagles. We talking about Worthy. Yeah, there you go. Everybody's getting it. Yeah, Rashawn Gary is scrap, Catlin. Yes, everyone's. But look, y'all, and you know, like one of the other things I told Philly 500 today was that I am no longer going to explain myself to people anymore. You know what I'm saying? If I say you dog whistling, if I say something is off with the way you're thinking, that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? What I'm not going to do is spend a whole lot of time trying to convince you otherwise. I'm not obligated to be at your beck and call, you know what I'm saying, or to be in service to you. Linda Kanye said Hollywood Brown is a step up from Jahan. No disrespect. He can line up in a lot of different schemes also. Yeah, Linda, we said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He's a much better vertical threat, you know what I'm saying, than Jahan. Not to say that Jahan wasn't a good, it's just different. That's all. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So, and he offers us something that Jahan didn't, but Jahan offers us things that Hollywood couldn't either. So it's just a totally different aspect or nuance to the offense that he brings. So,
and Jahan never got used, so it's so tough to say. You know,
that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Jahan didn't get a whole lot of targets because it's hard. You see what I'm saying? But all we need Hollywood to do is just take the top, you know, take the top off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with Sean Mannion, Hollywood's probably going to eat. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think, in all honesty, with Sean Mannion, I think the tight ends are going to eat. That's who I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's nor here nor there. You know what I'm saying? So I think Linda was right though. Callan said, "Who's your pass rushers? Better than yours?" Phillips. Oh nope. Yep. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's
funny.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. You know, what these people see in us is they see in us what's missing in them, in their team. You know what I'm saying? All the things that they want in their team, that's what they want that's what they want. Everything they want for their team, they see it in us, and that's what it just bothers them. You know what I'm saying? If the Arlington Cowgirl fans was pay more attention their team, they can stop worrying about the Eagles. Yeah, you know, and that's the problem. They can't help themselves. You know what I'm saying? They cannot help themselves. They want to remain relevant. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Hurts can't spread the ball around. Bruce,
that's just not true.
Yeah, no, that's just Bruce. He's jealous of him, man. You know, I'm gonna start calling Bruce Banner Dominique Foxworth. You know what I'm saying? yeah, El Yepa. He said, Catlin, we're barely in March. Calm down. You know what? You nailed it right there. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of teams that are in a very disadvantageous position, the Miami Dolphins.
That's a rebuild, man.
Waddle to the Broncos, right?
Yeah, for a first.
Yeah. Which means, so if you got a first, a third, and then they swap 4th round picks,
that's right? Crazy.
Then you mean to tell me AJ ain't worth that or more? You telling me
didn't they say that
AJ Brown?
Didn't they say the Broncos called for AJ? So does that mean that Howie declined that first, third, and fourth swap?
Yeah, but it's for this year.
Yeah. Right. That's probably why he declined it.
It's the same thing as the Patriots. Remember, they called him and he said no because it was for this year.
Because their pick is too late.
Next year, then he would be like, "So you said what pick now?"
Right. You know what I'm saying? That. Thank you.
Their pick this year is essentially a second. That's the issue.
That's the problem, and that's why you know what I'm saying. You know, with Mannion, everybody eats. Hurts. Okay, whatever. Okay.
You already said that.
Cowboys. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's hard right there. Cowboys want to be Eagles so bad. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Tiffany Simpson, 150 million in dead money. Fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, we just going to beat the Eagles. Yeah, you're going to beat the Eagles every year. This year too, I bet too. Yep. Thank you, Linda. Yep. You know, 170 million dead cap for 2026 Miami Dolphins. Woo!
I'll tell you what, though, if you're a Dolphins fan, you're like praying to God that Achane doesn't get traded.
Yeah. Edward Brasbazan says, "Hey, now that we have Woolen, Vic is probably going to put Cooper at safety and Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter might end up at safety and keep Coop in the slot." You know what I'm saying? Low Eagle says 175 million in dead money from Miami. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Banner said, "Why would I be jealous of Hurts? I'm more hung." How you know that? You've been staring? Yeah, that okay. I think yeah, the fact that you went there tells us right there, yeah, you're Dominique Foxworth. You know what I'm saying?
Average Hurts hater, man, right there.
Yeah, yep. Vic likes his safeties to be all that, and Cooper is that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, like you know, I think that, you know, when you look at the way Jalen has been, you know, progressing every year, in my opinion, that he may have plateaued during the oh God, what's his name again? What was the old offensive coordinator we just got rid of?
Patullo.
Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, Kevin Patullo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he, you know, I think he plateaued. You know, but again, it's just, you know, those things.
Shit, we have a league suspension.
Say that again?
Saints DB Beanie Bishop has been suspended for the first 3 games of the season by the NFL commissioner.
Gambling?
Enhancing drugs or something?
We don't know. It's just a notice has been launched by the commissioner saying Beanie Bishop's been suspended for the first 3 games at the start of the 53-man roster.
Wow. Interesting.
That's pretty aggressive. That's either gambling or probably some kind of substances.
Yeah, he might have failed a piss test or some shit like that.
Yeah. Oh shit. Browns David Njoku visited today with the Ravens.
Really? See, that was somebody I thought we were going to sign if we didn't get Dallas back.
Yeah. Him going to Baltimore, they might be trying to get rid of Andrews, and I personally don't blame them.
Hey, that guy costed them last year, man. Or was it the year before that?
He's costed him before, too.
Yeah, I was going to say.
2 years consecutively.
It was a little lob pass, man. He dropped it to go ahead in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. You can't drop that.
He didn't drop that. It would be Baltimore and Kansas City instead of Buffalo.
This is why
that's a huge drop.
This is why I love Linda Kiner. She said, "I don't know what the fuck Catlin is talking about, but I'll go to war with BG, Nolan Smith, and Jalix Hunt. Fuck you talking about?" Yep. I 10 million% agree. You know what I'm saying? Cooper at safety can do so much more, and Michael Carter is a pretty good slot with 2 good outsides, and Cooper at safety slot being good will work. Yeah, but see, Coop made all pro playing in that slot position. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you can put Michael Carter at safety. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're gonna start Carter because you look at his contract. You know what I mean? That don't look like no backup contract.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know with Vic. He don't care about that. You know that.
Shit. Lions signed somebody. Let's see.
Oh yeah, who y'all signed? Breaking news! What you got, Theo?
DJ Wonium from the Panthers, $6 million for a year. It's not bad.
Who is he? What does he do?
D end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm just pulling all this stuff up. And I just saw the thing. Shout out to Hollywood Brown. Him and his wife got baptized the other day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good for him.
He's really coming to the light over here too, man.
Yeah, he's you know what it is? He's maturing.
Think about it. Get baptized, win the Super Bowl at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Get a nice house up in Philly. Shit.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know, real quick, Indiana wide receiver Omar Cooper will be visiting the Eagles tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, Omar? Nice.
Yeah. Beanie Bishop suspended for substance abuse 3 games. Thanks, Low
Okay.
Eagle.
Yeah, I only saw the league's announcement.
Gambling is way longer suspension up to a whole season. Yeah, someone else said the same thing.
Yeah, depending on if it's, I think, your own team you gambled on, a random team. There's like a lot of things that come into it.
Yeah, because the NFL is usually pretty heavy-handed about gambling.
Who was that cornerback we had that literally got suspended the entire season? Isaiah Rodgers.
Yes,
we got him for nothing because he was suspended.
Yeah, he was suspended in Indianapolis, and the way he got suspended, like he got caught because he was doing it using the Indianapolis Wi-Fi. That's how he got caught. Shout out to Charles Kirk. He said, "What up, the bird section? I'm a big fan." Oh man, I appreciate you, Charles. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Hollywood was already in the building today before it was announced. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Scumbag Prescott. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ain't lying. Them stories, man.
Oh, bird section. I appreciate you, Charles, man. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Function said, I'll take any of the starters from Indiana national championship team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Prescott is elite and ringless. You know what I'm saying? Edward Bresman said, Vic already said about Cooper being a great safety, and with all that field, he needs somebody in the back like that, and Michael Carter can handle the slot. Just remember I said so. Okay, Edward. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I say keep him in the slot. That's where he made his bones. You know what I'm saying? But either way, even from the DB position, look, we got a good number 1, a good number 2. We'll have a good slot. You know what I'm saying? The secondary it looks like it's going to be tight up. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those things. What I'm starting to see, fellas, is I'm starting to see the makings of the whole iron sharpening iron going into training camp. You know what I'm saying? Mini camp, OTAs, all that stuff. When these guys start to get together again and really start seeing each other, you know what I'm saying? It's going to, be different. You know,
if AJ Brown stays, and this isn't some delusional Eagles fan here, that's the best DB room going against the best wide receiver room. No,
I agree. I
don't even think it's really close.
Chauncey Johnson said Hollywood Brown was only good when he was in Oklahoma. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for the heads up on that one, Chauncey. You know what I'm saying? If Jalen Hurts cheated, Mark Holmes would have made 30 videos about it already. That's a fact, Charles Kirk. Catlin White Prescott is the worst quarterback in playoff history. He is. Oh, we got my man Function is in the building. What up, Function?
What up, man?
Chilling, man. How you feeling about everything?
That's how y'all doing, man.
We good. We good. What are your thoughts on Hollywood Brown and Dallas Goedert and all that stuff, man?
Hey, man. Wide receiver 3 is in a good spot, in my opinion. Goddard coming back, you know what I'm saying, after having a dozen TDs is next level, you know what I mean? I'm excited. He actually took a team discount, you know what I mean? Hopefully, man, he ends up retiring. I don't necessarily know, the exact numbers behind everything, but man, I would love to see, you know what I mean, Goddard get another 1-year deal if necessary, or whatever it is to where he didn't have to go to another team, I don't think he ever needs to be with another team. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with the whole Goddard situation. Hollywood Brown, you know what I'm saying, definitely got me through my day today. You know what I mean? I saw that that update. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Work's gonna be a breeze. You know, Howie's still cooking. So yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Yeah, man, I think Mannion, bro, he's got some weapons, man.
Oh shit!
Ferrari, Lamborghini, Paganis.
Hold on. Bryce Harper with a 2-run homer to tie the game in the bottom of the 8th.
Wow.
Okay, fellas. Okay, Theo, there you go.
We got a game now.
Yeah.
Who's the Phillies playing tonight?
No, it's USA versus Venezuela.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the WBC.
You know what I'm saying?
Baseball classic, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you know, hey, see, this is that type that's that inspired baseball right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that explains why my sister was just yelling. Oh, you can hear her. And look, we went from 40-something to 28, so that means a whole bunch of people just jumped off to probably go watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hit the like button, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the algorithm going again. You know what I'm saying? And hold on. Okay. Statistically, Dak won. I think he went to statistically Dak one of the best active and ringless. That's just operative word, ringless.
No rings.
Edward Brabazon. Do you remember how Dawkins was as a safety, Cooper to beat up, and then Song come up and do his thing when he needs to stay back, when he has to very smart. That's what Vic needs. Reed could not do that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Statistically, Dak's been in the league for 15 years. He was in the same draft as Carson Wentz and Jared
Goff.
Yep. He was in the same draft.
Both of which I will mention have been to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yo, Dak is super mediocre, man. It's crazy. I actually lived in Dallas for 10 years, man. I remember when there was a Dak Prescott Get Out mural that was created, basically where see Leo.
I'm like
where Dak, you know what I'm saying, where they basically infused Dak's face into the cover of the Get Out movie cover, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Jerry Jones got that removed from the city, you know what I'm saying? So like,
wow.
I think that there's the real Dallas Cowboy fans, they don't really rock with Dak like that. You know what I mean?
That's what Warren from the Eagles Collective podcast told me the same thing. They ain't really fucking with him like that. Not like
bro.
Not like the rest of the fan base is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, these people like Mark Holmes and them aren't speaking for these people in general. Not any Cowboys fan I've ever run into is completely the opposite of those guys. Like, nah, man, this team is not getting nowhere right now.
Yeah.
Mark Holmes is a Dak loyalist. That's it's plain and simple.
Yeah, a Dak sexual. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Low Eagle. He asked a good question. He said, "Let me ask this chat in the panel last year when we got KP as offensive coordinator. How did you feel, and what's different to you this year with Mannion? What do you guys think?"
Well, I can speak on it as experienced him as a Lions fan. You know, he comes from a great offensive mind. Like, look, as much as people like to bash Mike LaFleur, or Matt LaFleur, I should say, thinking of his brother, he is a good offensive mind. What he's been able to do with Jordan Love, Romeo Dobbs is stellar. He is a fantastic head coach. So he has a pedigree that is respected. So I think you're gonna have a very decent offense. I think you're gonna be running a lot of the 12-man, getting tight ends, getting you might even have an O lineman catch a couple passes. We don't know yet. But that's you if you want to know what Sean Mannion looks like, study NFC North football because there is a blueprint. It's very tight end heavy and speedy and agile receivers.
Hey Theo, would you also say that it's middle of the field play as well?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like a lot of
that's
slants, a lot of
Grizzard.
waggles, stuff like that.
That's Grizzard. Look at Emeka Ibuka's numbers. Like if you look at the way Tampa Bay's receivers, they got a lot. They ate in the middle of the field, up the seams in Tampa Bay. So like I think there's a lot of redundancy. You know what I'm saying? Linda Kine said, I think the difference is at Low Eagle, Patullo was an inside hire as opposed to an offensive coordinator that was evaluated against 20 other applicants. Mannion will surprise with Grizzard in his office. I 1,000% agree with you, Linda. You know what I'm saying? I think the other thing too is that, you know, to me, when you look at Grizzard and you look at Mannion, all I see is redundancy. You know what I'm saying? Within the offense in terms of having more than one offensive coordinator, you know, just one person's the actual offensive coordinator, but the passing game coordinator and the offense, they're both the minds, like you said, Theo. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think, you know, the difference is. And Linda did nail it when she said, you know, he was an inside because, you know, KP had been in the building. He came in with Nick Sirianni. So he was already here for a while before he got the opportunity to run the offense. And he, you know, it's a Ferrari. He couldn't drive a stick. That's the problem.
Yeah. The other thing too is NFC North, it's very concrete in its structure. It's punch you in the face offense and then stop you where we want you to stop defense. That is how NFC football is, or NFC North football at least. It's hard-hitting offenses for deep chunks of yards, and then, you know, getting 1-2 punches in with running backs, and then using tight ends to survey the middle while your receivers are either in your short yardage play or your deep yardage play. It's a structure. It's like a bridge like structure. You have slants going with the tight ends, you have short yardage with your receiver, and then you have a deep threat in the backfield. That's how, you know, you can kind of base on what your offense potentially could look like.
Edward Brabazin says, yeah, Howie probably won't get a defensive lineman until draft time. Would a trade for a player for draft one or both? He doesn't want to overpay. Again, you know, which is why the Jalen Waddle signing in Denver has a ripple effect, because he set the market. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got this year's first. Miami got Denver's 2026 first round, 2026 third round, and then they swapped fourth round picks. I think what Howie is looking for is somewhere around the same neighborhood, but for next year, which is why, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't taking that New England offer, because that's basically a second round pick. So no, you know what I'm saying? So Bruce Banner says Fart Holmes toys himself in a Dak jersey. I don't even want to get out no thought. I'm sorry, I highlighted that. He got me jumping across the living room. Theo, Tiffany talking about you, Theo. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad to explain what I believe may happen. Because there is always a chance for things to change, and it's not exactly that blueprint, but it's what the blueprint has been here in the North. So, and it's worked to tremendous success. So,
oh shit, hold on. I want to show y'all this because just function, you the man. Okay. This is what he was talking about, y'all.
They got to put that shit back
up. That's what he.
Nah, Jerry Jones got that removed from the city, man. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Howie is Edward Brisbane. Howie's probably not going to overpay for linemen right now. They'll make a move at draft time with the trade and draft one. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany Simpson, she's laughing. On the Hunt 58 is laughing too. Yeah, that was funny right there. Appreciate that function. That was a good one, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, with the way, they're talking about this draft, I think you're going to see a lot of willing and dealing to get more draft capital for next year too. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we, when you look at what the draft compensation is going to look, what the compensatory pick is going to look like, what those picks will look like too. So, again, I really like the way Howie is moving. All right, so we're going to go with everybody here on the panel right now. You know what I'm saying? Give the free agent all season so far for the Eagles. What's your grade for them? What kind of grade you got for the Eagles? Go ahead, Art. You kick it off.
I'm gonna say a solid B+.
All right, Function. What about you? Function, you there? All right, we'll come back to Function. Theo, what do you give the Eagles?
I'll give you a B.
Okay. I like B+. Say that again?
No, I was asking Theo, plus or minus.
I'll lean a little bit more on the minus. There are some moves that I think you could have done a little bit better, but overall it's been solid.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to some others. I mean, Meek Robinson. We scammed the Commanders. Idiot.
Hey, listen, I give him a B+. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Considering, with everything that
oh shit, Venezuela just hit a homer.
Up.
3-2.
Oh no.
So what is it? 9-8 or
3-2, top of the ninth.
Yeah.
Okay. So hey Theo, who has 12 draft picks this year?
12?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's anyone who has 12, but I know the Raiders and Jets have a shit ton. Let me check here.
Tiffany's giving them a B. Bruce Banner's giving us an F. Of course he.
We're gonna ignore that one.
Man, you gotta give us at least, man. You gotta give us at least a B, bro.
Nah, man, he
bare minimum.
We're literally all agreeing on B. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's jealous of
You literally just picked up Hollywood Brown this morning. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Right. Come on,
Eagles
man.
is back, man. We back.
Philly's Hollywood right now, man. You can't tell us nothing.
Hey, when he has to, just like last year, nice to see what he has. Plus, our young guys are going to play this year like Nolan. Yeah. I'm saying Steelers, okay. Oh, the Steelers have 12. Wow. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the 12th pick in the draft. Okay. I was like, whoa there.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's 12 pick. I thought
12 picks.
I thought
it was 12 selections.
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, who has the 12th pick? No. The question was who has 12 draft picks?
Oh shit! Yes, they do. All right, goddamn.
The Steelers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do.
Damn.
That's a whole side of the ball. +1.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
They got to get a quarterback, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard.
This year. I would not do it this year. I'd do it next year.
So they need to flip some of that capital to next year.
Yeah, they need to flip it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got to get in that top 5 next year.
They really have 2 options right now.
Mm-hmm.
They could either draft this year, which is not advisable at all, or you go re-sign old man A-Rod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
And have him take the flack for Will Howard, because you're seemingly not going to be using Will Howard.
Mm-hmm.
That's elderly abuse out there, man. Come on.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Nothing is elderly abuse with him.
You just want him to suffer out there, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Every waking minute he's on that football field, I want him suffering.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he gets killed out there.
Talking, I gotta answer this.
Oh, yeah, Leo's got a phone call. Yeah. All right, I'm taking over. It's the Theo channel now.
Hey, you got to give it to Aaron Rodgers, though. Can you imagine having that kind of money and being like, let me walk out there and get absolutely leveled by this 6'7" monster?
It's the ayahuasca talking. It's not.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Rodgers retired long ago. It's the ayahuasca. It's keeping him up there.
Man, you ain't lying. It looks like Zach Wilson out there.
Dude. Hey, that would be crazy. The next quarterback comeback story, Zach Wilson.
Man, I don't know. He was pretty shit.
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah. Then again, he was on the Jets.
That's the thing.
Let's have a caveat. He was on the Jets, who are famously trash.
Edward Brabazon says, how he still got hope on our draft picks, Nolan Smith and Jalen Hurts. He's going to see how they work out in the beginning of the year and spend what he has to then. Yeah, I wouldn't give up on Nolan Smith, and Jalen Hunt was our number 1 pass rusher last year.
Yeah, what do you mean by Jalen Hunt? Give up on him. He's great. Nolan Smith, he's gonna have this year to prove it.
Low Eagle said Howie's going to back out of some of these rounds this year and draft for next year. I think so too.
Possible.
The dark cave of hibernation. I ain't totally out on Nolan Smith. I think he's going to be better rested. He was hurt. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
If he comes up hurt this year or is lackluster, he knows what's up. It's over. You know what I mean? So you got to know. You come out this year, you got to perform.
Yeah.
Stay, injury free as you can.
Yeah.
If not, man, get ready for the Raiders, Cleveland, something like that, man.
Yeah, for sure. And the thing is that what we have to do is, I always try to explain this to people. We're playing a different game than everyone else is playing. You know what I'm saying? We if you notice Art, Function, Theo, we have you. Who else do you have a more comprehensive conversation about compensatory picks and the formulas for that than with us, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you put such a high value on it like we do. Shout out to Donald, real Eagles fan for life. He said, "What up, Leo? My Eagles brother just tapped in. We got Hollywood Brown. It's Howie Vision, and we all just living in it. Fly, Eagles, fly. You fucking right. Donald, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That is true.
Because here's the thing, Leo. There are 2 GMs that are more feared at the draft than any other GM.
Yep.
It's Brad and it's Howie.
Yep.
Oh, God. They don't even want to answer Howie's calls no more.
Yeah, they don't even want. Yeah, he be doing that Jedi mind trick on them dudes. Vic said we're like a farm for the other 31 teams in the league. That is, you know what, man? I read that. Yes. That Vic Fangio said, like, for our defense, we're like a farm system for the other 31 teams. You know what? He's right. If you think about it, he's right. You know what I'm saying? And you be smart to come, to grab some Eagles players, former Eagle players. They're coming from an environment where, championship football, winning football is a culture here. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things, those are little tangible things that I don't think these other fan bases get to enjoy. That's why they hate us. What's the highest form of what's the highest form of flattery? Imitation. And right now, the Arlington Cowboys are trying their best to imitate what we got going on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So Edward Brazen said, I'm giving him a B+. He's putting depth on the team. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Bruce Banner said Howie is a nerd. No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His best work's on paper.
Yeah. What are you expecting? What do you want? Like what kind of GM do you want? A Jerry Jones? You want a Carnival Barker? You know what I'm saying?
He's an interview GM.
The hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like Bruce, man, I be trying. I really do. I really be trying. But like when you say stuff like this, it just you're not smart, man. Like it's not smart. It's just not smart. Like come on, man. Like, you're just a troll. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I'm saying? Edward Brown, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, y'all. I know it's I don't normally cut things short, but I got a phone call a little while ago, and I have to run back out and go pick up, the kid. he's on spring break. You know what I'm saying? And
oh boy,
yeah. Are you done? Are you coming off of spring break, or are you on it, Theo?
I haven't even had it yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
I'll have it. Mine's in like 2 weeks. It's end of March. Starting.
Okay.
Type deal.
Okay. Yeah. Mine's is he started. He's on spring break this week. You know what I'm saying? So and so and it's like one of those things that I got to get used to him being in the house again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, yeah, take out that garbage, take out the recycling, go move that, go do that. Yeah,
Yeah, mine is my semester is like from January to May, so my spring break gets pushed back because of it. Because it's shorter.
And Tiffany said he's been a math nerd since he was in elementary school. He said in an interview talking about how he became good with numbers. Yeah, I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad.
Exactly what you want in a GM. If
exactly.
Money,
exactly.
Better know his goddamn math.
Exactly.
That's the best way to get fired. If you get funny with that money.
Now, look, y'all. What I'm probably going to end up doing is, since I had to cut this tonight short, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I may end up going live sometime during the day, either tomorrow or Thursday. And if that doesn't happen, for sure on Friday night. Okay. So we'll have the second channel members call in show. I'm thinking hopefully by then Jalen Carter be re-signed, or we might have made another another big signing. Like, let's go get Myles Garrett while we at it. Fuck it. It's one of those, one of those picks, one of those things that you don't see coming.
Here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Team USA's batting.
All right. And look, hey, everybody, on your way out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you all right back here on the bird section. Oh, peace, fellas.
Peace.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Lions.